It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Orlando Magic. For the Magic, it's been a difficult part of the season. The goal tonight is clear: figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. And guys, we'll see DeAndre Jordan tonight. And although he's improved his free throw shooting, there's always a chance we could see the hack of Jordan come into play. A big fella, I hesitate to go there, but I know you have something to say about this. And do you think the NBA should change the rules to prevent that tactic from being used?
3 answers, Ernie. No, no, and no. It didn't change it for me. It's part of the game. And as a player, you got to persevere and step up and hit them when you need to hit them. And you always know my motto, Ernie.
What's that?
I hit them when I need to hit them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, NBA took steps last year to cut it down last season. But I don't know if that's the right direction. I agree with Shaq.
Kenny.
I think you're in the game. It's part of the game. You got to hit them when they hit them.
All right.
And down the stretch, 4 championships later, here's this man hit him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah, that was very nice of you. Very nice of you.
Could have been 5 if he would have hit him against us.
Yeah, if you hit it enough, yeah.
Should have been 6. No, that wasn't me. That was Nick Anderson.
Oh, that's
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Let's go to a break. Let's go to a break.
No need to go there. Come on.
It's not me. It's history. Google it. 94-95.
Thanks for
Magic
joining
versus
us.
Rockets. Google it. What happened?
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Orlando who was unable to get it done against the Clippers.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
For sure. Agree with you there. They just didn't have it. Seemed like they were a step behind and out of sync.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, DeAndre Jordan shoots with his left hand, but he bowls with his right. He throws with his right, and he finishes with his right around the rim. But he insists he's left-handed. He said, I tried to shoot with my right hand, and it was pretty much the same, maybe worse. I'm going to stick with the left because I've been practicing that for a while. Kevin?
Interesting strategy, D.A. Thank you. Jordan shoots a high percentage from the field. You can't fault him for using that logic. Teams preparing here late in the season for the playoffs. Some teams want to rest their players, and Clark, some teams want to play their players. They are always battling the rest versus rust.
Yeah, and I think you tend to default to more rest versus the fear of rust. I think that's the best policy, but you have to balance it. But if you're going to tilt one way, I think rest, especially for your key players, because you know their minutes are going to increase during the crucible of the playoffs.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. A look at the Magic starting group. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Simmons in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Fournier. Harris on the double team. There's the dish to Simmons. Offline with his 3. So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, despite the final score being what it was.
I agree with you. I mean, it was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, and they were in it right until the bitter end, so that's good stuff.
Now here's Jordan. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland, and it's good for 2. Harris has got his second bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Augustine dishes to Gordon. It's Fournier on the wing. Another miss by Orlando.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Kept alive, and it's blocked.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Pass to Fournier. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Fournier's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It's stolen by Vucevic. And Fournier kicks to Simmons. And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
That one good for 2.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, and you know, it looks effortless, easy, silky smooth, textbook shooting form. Man, that's nice.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Kicks it to Fournier. Orlando moving the ball around. And the basket by Gordon.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Three-pointer. No good. Shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Augustine against Rivers. Stolen by Rivers. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And laid in to finish the break.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now here is Augustine. A 12-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Gordon against Harris. And it's in there.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
They sure are, looking to get their buckets up close and personal.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
One shot.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
Now here's Fournier. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Hands it from downtown.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Count it. Good. And that's now 11 points for Tobias Harris.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Clippers leading by 6. Rivers kicks to Jordan. Shoots over Vucevic. Here's Harris. That shot is off. Gordon with the defensive effort. Harris on the double team. And stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Fournier with the ball. Vucevic the pass to Gordon. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
The free throw drops for Rivers. Well, you have to give a lot of credit to Austin Rivers for how he has improved since his rookie season.
And one big reason for Rivers earning his spot is his improved efficiency. Had trouble shooting from the mid-range and out early on and worked on that part of his game, which opened up everything else for his skill. Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And to look now at the four areas where shots can come from: the paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Orlando.
And you see the lack of scoring in the paint. It's one thing when you're dealing with great shot blocking inside, but even then you need to collapse the defense just to create open looks on the perimeter.
The Magic trail by 11. Vucevic setting the pick for Augustine. Gordon outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here is Augustine. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Up again. And the second chance effort by Gordon.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Rivers can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Rivers. It's tipped. Here's Augustine. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Harris. Here's Teodosic. Simmons pulls it in. The Magic trail by 11. Pass to Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Fournier's got 6 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now Augustine from deep. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Thornwell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Teodosic. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Biombo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Jonathan Simmons. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Augustine.
And the Clippers are known as a high-wire act, and rightfully so with their stars. This team is also one that can at times lock it down defensively. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do on that side of the ball.
And the basket by Isaac.
Hey, if you're going to get offensive rebounds, you've got to stay active, and Isaac does that, doing a nice job utilizing his reach to snag those second chance opportunities.
Harris misses. The Magic trail by 11. The Clippers not a team known for their defense, but quite often the last few years, it's been the deciding factor for them in games.
Yeah, and I think it starts with the pressure they place on ball handlers. They can throw double teams or pick up far out from the hoop. They've got shot blocking inside to erase mistakes as well.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Isaac. Off target from three-point range. Here's Thornwell. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Mack, no luck. Clippers leading by 11. Rivers passes to Thornwell. And that one drops. Thornwell's got his first basket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Well, Clark, you've been in the booth for so long, but I have to ask, have you ever toyed with the idea of coaching or working in some team's front office? I know you did briefly for the Pacers.
Yeah, I did, and I enjoyed it. I was working in player relations, player development with our guys off the court, and loved it. But it just wasn't something I could sustain at this season in my life. Not interested in coaching. Have never really been, because my career path went towards broadcasting right after I got done playing, and I've paid my dues and have grown in this profession. And I would want to do the same thing in coaching, and I just don't have enough time in front of me to do that. So I'm happy to be around the game in this capacity. Coaching never lets up. I get an off season as a broadcaster.
Yes.
A moment to check out the stats for Gordon. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 17 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's the Clippers. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Jordan, and he banks in the layup. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Combo dishes to Mack. The pass to Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Poked loose and stolen by Jordan. He's all alone. And the shot goes in from Thornwell.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Mack after the Clippers pick up 2. Ball's knocked loose. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Gordon missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Here's Azania. 11 points for him in that last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
The baseline J. And he overshot that one, missing. The Magic trail by 19. .153 left in the first. Now here's Matt. He's guarded by Rivers. Stolen by Rivers. Harrell kicks to Jordan. Shoots from the baseline. They get it back. Harrell, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 21.
and they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
They grabbed their own miss. And the basket by Gordon.
Hey, it's pretty simple when Gordon is connecting like he is now. I mean, you got to keep getting the ball to him. He often takes high-quality shots.
Scooped up. And the shot is good. Harrell's got his third basket of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Gordon. 14 points for him.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Good, and the nice assist from Mack. Gordon's got 16 points.
Boy, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Here are the Magic now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And here is Los Angeles now. Clippers leading by 23. The drive by Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high-percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Clippers ahead. Running away with this one. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers.
Doc told me, you know, you should be Defensive Player of the Year, not just for one time, but for multiple years. And I could tell that he wasn't trying to hype me up or just telling me that because I was his player. He really meant it. Once you have that confidence from somebody like that, you can only play well.
And you gotta love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre, and how Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. I mean, I have to believe we're going to see that confidence proven to be right.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and you know, that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, they've got Decker. He's out there with Montrezl Harrell. Williams is out there with Thornwell, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got 10 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Clippers on defense. Knocked loose and stolen by Harrell. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, we know the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, but are they good enough to win it all? Coach Doc Rivers talked about overcoming the super teams they face. He said the big 3 in Boston, put them together, bam, we won. We had Miami, Golden State, but there are teams that still poke through. Dallas did it, and that's what we're trying to do. Kevin?
And with Doc in control, the Clippers, DA, they'll always be in contention for a title. Thanks so much for that terrific report.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The Clippers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
One of the hardest things, Clark, to defend in the league is the pick and roll. What do defenders need to key on when they're defending a pick and roll?
Well, I think a couple of things. One is you want to try to dictate where the pick and roll is going to happen and where you want the ball handler to go. And then there's got to be great communication. The two guys involved in the screen and roll have to be on the same page. There's got to be a lot of talk. And then the three guys maybe not involved have to be ready to help their teammates. So communication, a real sense of trying to dictate to that ball handler where you want him to go and what you want to give up, because you can't take away everything when you're defending a good pick and roll combination.
No good on that one.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Teodosic is checked in. Fournier is checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Mack. And he's good on the second. And the story for Jonathan Isaac, as a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I notice most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard that had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Well, this guy packs a nice skill set, Jonathan Isaac. A slender big man who has nice range and is a superb defender already.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. And when you look at this Magic team with their talent, what should their identity be?
Well, I think it should be up-tempo, defensive-oriented. They've got really good athletes, and defending at a high level with that kind of athleticism is doable, and I think would lead to easier offense. And that's what I think they have to foundation themselves on.
Now here's Harrell. He's got 12.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
There's the screen. Decker on the double team. Fournier in the corner. Down low. Up off the screen. He lays it in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Decker. That's tipped. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The Clippers have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Decker's got 9 points now in the quarter. For Orlando, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Fires for 3, and the basket by Isaac.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. And I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And Milos Teodosic, one of the bigger names in basketball not to play in the NBA last season, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, the Clippers brought him over from Europe to help kind of ease the loss of Chris Paul. He's a terrific playmaker who is one of the best passers in the world, and not young, but respected by many around the globe.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harris is checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Vucevic checked in for Isaac. Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Takes a 3, hits it from three-point range.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
Took him no time at all on that one. He has 6.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond. Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Pass to Kilpatrick. Picked by Harrell. And he can't bank that one in. The Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Now here is Augustine. D right on him. He dishes it to Vucevic. That's tipped. Goes back up. He can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. But they'll get another chance. Vucevic. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And Vucevic is crafty, clever, close to the bucket.
Here's Harris. That shot, no good. Orlando's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. It's good from long range.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Here's Augustine after the basket by Los Angeles. This is to Fournier. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
They grab their own miss. Decker gets the bucket. Decker's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Boy, you can get a lot of momentum, Greg, getting a timely offensive rebound, and they've had more than their share.
And here's Augustine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Vucevic, Decker with the rebound.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Here's Augustine. After the basket by Montrezl Harrell, here's Vucevic. Another miss by Vucevic.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, I think the defense flat out gave up. I mean, didn't even try to get back into the picture on that fast break finish. Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Picked by Vucevic. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Johnson in for Sam Dekker. And the Magic making a change here as well. Simmons is checked in. 6 on the shot clock. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Simmons got his first points of the game.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
And that one's good, Teodosic.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Augustine with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And stolen by Jordan. And now the Clippers on the break. Harris has got the ball, and the basket by Kilpatrick.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Snatched up. Some solid defense from Harris.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. The Magic again can't hit.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
They get it again. A nice shot by Jordan.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Great open look there. Vucevic has got 6 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Drills the three-pointer. And Clark, you were around Coach Frank Vogel quite a bit during his run as head coach of the Pacers. When you look back on it, what stands out?
His preparation. He's an eager learner. He's meticulous in his detail. He's even-keeled and extremely positive. I think he's an outstanding young coach, and good to see him having a team that he can have an opportunity to build and shape into a playoff contender at some point.
And Simmons kicks to Augustine. Three-pointer. The Magic with a fresh 24. Back to Vucevic. The second chance effort. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Teodosic, no good. Well, Orlando shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Simmons passes to Vucevic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you know, as the NBA continues to change, Nikola Vucevic is an interesting case study. He's got the skill level for today's game, but the question is, does he have the mobility? He's not that quick of foot, and that's been problematic for him.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First one falls for him. And more than ever before, the NBA requires big men to cover a lot of ground. Vucevic looking to keep up.
Yeah, Vucevic, I think, is really a terrific rebounder and passer, and you can see all of his positives. He can score on the block and make the three-point shot. I think it's just a matter of him consistently tying all of that together.
Clark, you were a fantastic rebounder your entire career. What do you feel gave you the edge over the other players in the glass?
You know, one of my fellow Buckeye greats, actually the greatest Buckeye of all time in basketball, I think, was Jerry Lucas. And he talked an awful lot about rebounding being more about timing and pursuit of the ball than anything else. And I had a good gift of timing, and I clearly was chasing down that pumpkin as well as most. And those were the things that allowed me to be a good rebounder: good timing, good hands, and pursuit of the basketball. It wasn't complicated, but some of it was giftedness. The other part was persistence and hard work.
Here's Vucevic. The Clippers getting the bucket. Mack with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. And here's the fast break. Jordan.
Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. my.
And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks, but when Jordan does, he makes it something special, just like that one. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Biyombo is checked in for Orlando. And so Jordan nails both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Poke loose. Now the Clippers moving it up. Shoots from the baseline, and it's Biyombo with the rebound. Magic shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Lasagna, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, Hezonja, gotta love him. I mean, he's a fantastic two-guard with great size.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Los Angeles guys shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. And the shot goes down.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Mag dishes to Gordon. Right side Simmons. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles, way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal. And this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Tobias Harris was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 22 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially at the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
We return to Los Angeles now with a look at the Staples Center from high above the arena. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Simmons in at the 3 slot. Now here's Gordon over Harris. It's hauled in by Harris.
And the defense that time was late, and you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 12.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Well, Orlando shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Shot from 12. Gordon. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And now, 24 points for Tobias Harris.
That would be 4 in a row for him now, as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Picked by Vucevic. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Gordon with another miss.
Hey, I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
And a look here at the shot chart for the Clippers.
You know, I doubt they came into this game thinking they would be doing this much damage from mid-range, but you have to give them credit for being able to see what is available in their offense and then exploit the weakness of the D. To be successful in this league, you have to be flexible, and they've done a great job of that so far.
That's good from Harris. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role. off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic, who fits that description.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Tobias Harris. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 10th in free throw percentage, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And yet, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think two things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
Now, here's Fournier following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. And they're on the break. Then jammed down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay. Here are the Magic now after the basket by Los Angeles. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Sam Decker's checked in for Johnson. Isaac's checked in for the Magic. He feeds it to Gordon. Connects from three-point range. Gordon's got 19 points.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Basket counts. That's 28 points for Jordan.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Now here is Augustine. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Fast break points, the edge goes to them, and those quick buckets are easy money. I love to see that.
Pass to Isaac. Gordon up on top. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Isaac. Beyond the arc. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. For three, Harris drains the three-pointer. Harris has got 6 here in this quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Pass to Teodosic. Over Augustine. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Teodosic has got 13. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Harris trying to get free, sinks that one from the post. 30 points for DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, but there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Vucevic, they need this. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
You know, can't afford these kinds of mistakes right now, Greg. It's as simple as that. And they're making it hard on themselves.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Lou Williams is subbed in for Teodosic. And now, here comes Augustine leading the break, and he misses the fast break layup.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here is Augustine. The Clippers getting the bucket. Pass to Isaac. got a piece of it, and stolen by Harrell. Goes up, and Harrell slams it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 9.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Decker. Decker's got 5 assists tonight. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Vucevic. That's tipped. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Thornwell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Then for the Magic. Biyombo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Gordon. And Max subbed in for Augustine. Here's Williams. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it. Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Mack. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Here's Hezonja. Harris on the double team. And stolen by Williams. Oh, and here comes Rivers. Oh!
I love that. Yes, indeedy. Man, love the anticipation of Williams there. The quick hands jump-started the fast break with that pilfer.
Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. They set the pick. Harris on the double team. And there's the feed to Biyombo. Passes to Hezonja. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Thornwell. The Clippers shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. A nice shot by Rivers.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And Mack kicks to Hezonja. But they get it back.
In the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
One-on-one here. Here's Rivers. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Rivers has got 13 points.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Magic shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Now here's Mack. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. There's a good screen. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him. Simmons checked in for the Magic. Here's Mack. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Mack's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and quietly drained it from the mid-range. That's good basketball. You know, Bismack Biyombo is a defensive-minded center. Amazing the story that got him to the NBA. I mean, grew up in the Congo, and a lot of trials and tribulations along the way, but perseverance prevailed, and Biyombo is now an NBA player.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando. And Biyombo signing a 4-year, $72 million contract with the Magic last season. You talk, Clark, about rags to riches. Wow.
Yeah, big time. And the best part of this rags to riches story is how he's giving back or paying forward to his homeland, building schools and basketball courts in the Congo, and he's lifting up countrymen through basketball and education. That's a powerful combination and really an excellent use of the platform and the resources afforded Biyombo by way of the NBA.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. And Orlando has possession. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. Williams comes with a double team. Feeds it to Simmons. Here's Hezonja. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night.
Boy, you got to really get into Hezonja's airspace because he's looking to pull as soon as that ball hits his hands.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now Mack, 5 points in the game. He kicks to Simmons. Fires the 3. Mack, no luck. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
.50 seconds left in the third. Tipped away. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Isaac. Misses the 3. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Yes, that goes in. Harris has got 38 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Pass to Isaac. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Simmons on the wing. To the inside. Biyombo. And he banks in the layup. Biyombo's got 6.
And Biyombo is highly effective down low. Knows where to post up in the paint.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Mack. Connects from 3-point range. Mack's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Magic. Here's Rivers. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And Los Angeles guys shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Marjanovic is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And so here's Orlando. The Clippers getting the bucket. The kick out to Afflalo. Now here's Matt. Guarded by Marjanovic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. The 15-footer, again, Los Angeles.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
And here is Matt. They set the pick. And the NBA has tinkered with the All-Star voting in recent years. Fans no longer get 100% of the say for the starters. Clark, how do you feel about that change?
I like it. I mean, again, the fans desire to be involved and should have an opportunity to be engaged in the voting because they're so important to the success and popularity of the league. So I like the fans having a piece of the voting. 100% is far too much, so I think the fact that you've got it weighted between fans and those who follow the league closely, along with coaches, is about the right blend to me.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Clippers making a change here. Decker's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. The Magic shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Over to the wing. Biyombo, the pass to Simmons. Drills the three-pointer.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Now here's Matt. Picked off in midair. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Evans on the double team, and Biyombo has it in the corner. And Mack kicks to Afflalo. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Evans. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The Magic again can't hit.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Johnson can't get it to go. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Mack with the ball. Johnson over to help. Stolen by Decker. And they're moving it up. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
And Clark, we've heard the term empty stats for players that put up big numbers but didn't impact the game to the same level of those numbers. What do you think about empty stats?
I'm mixed on empty stats. Clearly, some stats impact winning more than others, but in this day of analytics, some of the stats that apparently document impact in winning may be overdone as well. Statistics are statistics. They're part of the game, and you evaluate them in the context of a number of variables. So they're here to stay. Empty is probably too strong because they're part of the game.
Clark, when we talk about the importance of what a player can do, how important is it for a player to know what they cannot do?
Very important. Understanding who you are and what your skill set is and how that fits with your team, critically important. Not only knowing it, but then embracing your role within your particular limitations, skill set, and teamwork.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Marjanovic, no good. The Magic have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Knocked away. Looking to end the run. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
And, Greg, you know, they're really controlling the pace and game right now, rushing, pushing the break, and leaving the defense in its wake.
And they pick up 2.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Mack kicks to Afflalo. The dish to Spates. Shoots over Decker, and it's blocked. Evans attacking over Mack. That's short off the rim. Magic shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Afflalo outside. And Clark, we saw this a bit last season. When a team is up and it's garbage time, are there unwritten rules as far as shooting or scoring go?
Yeah, I think you always want to play within the spirit of the game, the spirit of the rules, the respect of the game, and the respect of your opponent. So to me, that should be, you try to always do what's right and just and fair at all times. And late game situations create an environment where you want to always take the high road and play the game with a honoring attitude towards your opponents and the game.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, I think the defense flat out gave up. I mean, didn't even try to get back into the picture on that fast break finish.
And Orlando has possession. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. Here's Afflalo. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Goes up, and Marjanovic with the slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Augustine in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Spates sets a screen. Shot to end this cold run. Basket good.
Oh, I like watching him get after it on the glass now, staying active, and usually that leads to good things.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
Here's Augustine. And league expansion is something that simply won't leave the conversation in the NBA right now. Clark, do you think that the NBA adding another team or two is inevitable?
I don't think it's inevitable. As a matter of fact, I think we're at a good number where we are, Kevin. It's still the best league in the world, and I think you could dilute that a bit if you added teams. So I'm fine with where we are.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for Aaron Afflalo.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Orlando, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. That's tipped. Evans with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Evans has got it. And the dunk by Evans.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Evans with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the dunk by Evans.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
Now here's Spates. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Orlando with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Rebounded by Kilpatrick.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
LA has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A second chance effort. Decker gets the bucket. Decker's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And there's the foul. It's on Sam Decker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Biyombo, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. Here is Augustine. Decker on the double team. Evans with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Orlando's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the NBA has a concerted effort to lower the amount of back-to-back games for the players. Clark, should they stretch out the season even further?
No, the ideal solution, Kevin, would be to reduce the number of games, to cut a month off the season. That would be the way to get to where we need to get to. The season should be 66 to 70 games. It should be spaced out over a 6-month period. And if you cut 12 to 16 games, then you would be able to actually get fewer number of back-to-backs. Stretching the season out longer, to me, is not the answer. Reducing the number of games would be the best way to get to the solution. But that toothpaste is out of the tube, and I don't know if we can ever get it back in.
Agreed. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent three-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
And stolen by Biyombo. Now here is Augustine. Poke loose. Biyombo dishes to Augustine. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Johnson. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the call goes against Wesley Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Max checked in. .133 left in the fourth quarter. Evans on the double team. Biyombo kicks to Hezonja. Back to Biyombo. And the pass to Mack. Dishes it to Biyombo. For the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass help set the tone.
Los Angeles calls timeout. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Jordan.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And Mack drops them both. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Decker can't hit. Here's Azania. Over to the left wing. Here's the screen from downtown. Good, and the nice assist from Mack.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you look confident tonight offensively. What got you going?
My teammates have confidence and they're comfortable with me making the right basketball play on the block. Starting to get doubled a little bit, so just have to work on passing out of the post and just taking what the defense gives me.
It was a very impressive show, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.